And a change for the Rockets. Jason Terry is checked in for Brewer. Barnes kicks to Paul. From the line. And that one's good. Paul's got 6.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
It's tipped. At the elbow, Griffin. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Puts up the baby hook.
Boy, his struggles continue here in the second quarter.
Count the bucket. 6 points for Jordan.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Jones sets the pick for Harden. Pulls up. Shot by Terry, no good. Clippers trail by 15. It's stolen by Ariza. From downtown. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The drive by Jordan. That drops. Jordan's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Crawford kicks to Paul. Rockets with the rebound. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Ariza with the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
It's deflected. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Smith with a wide open look. And that's not going to go. Yet. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Jason Terry. 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Smith. And it's Jones in at the 5. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, when Doc Rivers came to the Clippers, he wanted to shift their image from a Showtime team to a true contender. Blake Griffin said, Lob City is done. And while the Clippers still make highlight reel plays with the best of them, Rivers has brought a seriousness and a focus to this team as they pursue an NBA championship. Guys?
Rivers has said lobs are great, but winning is better. They're trying to get them both. Thanks, Doris. Paul goes in. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. They get it again. Clippers trail by 18. Paul dishes to Griffin. And he gets the bucket. Griffin's got his first bucket in this one.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies, be physical.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Paul passes to Griffin. There's the feed to Jordan. So it's Houston again turning it over. Paul with the steal. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time, it really adds a lot of utility to this team.
For three, and that one's good. Beverly's got his first 3 points of the game.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Throws it up high, and Griffin slams it in.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are, look at them, they are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeks.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a sixth man, you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench or let the game come to you, but rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul, of course, such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Turkoglu comes in for Barnes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Here's Harden.
Harden doing it all. He's got 14 points and 7 assists.
Well, he's dominated this game. Not only has he gotten to the free throw line with his aggressiveness, but he's gotten open shots for his teammates as well.
Well, those are the 2 most fundamental areas of the game, guys.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up. And Griffin, you know, not quite as outspoken, doesn't get into teammates like Chris Paul does, but he is becoming more of a vocal leader, and that's a process, guys. It doesn't happen right away. He may focus more on encouragement rather than giving marching orders like CP3, but he is embracing that leadership role, which is a good sign. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. And that's collected by Spencer Hawes.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Kicks to Rivers. Makes it off the glass. Rivers has got his first points of the game.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Now here is Smith. He's got 6. Kicks it out to Terry. Here's Brewer. Off the mark.
Yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging backside.
Rockets leading by 16. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Paul dishes to Griffin. Here's Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
Well, a good one here for Jordan. 12 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them. DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim. Oh, man, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, that matchup is tough. He's giving up, what, 8 inches?
And Paul over to help. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Clippers running again. They grab their own miss. Stolen by Terry. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The shot's good from Smith. And the Rockets lead by 17. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. Harden comes in for Jason Terry. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Cannon. Beverley the pass to Harden. There's the triple. And that one's good. Harden's got 19 points.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow three, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Beverley with the ball. He's against Jordan.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Harden outside. Fires the three. Harden left side. For the three. And that one's good. Harden's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Snatched up. Rockets leading by 21. Now the pass to Ariza. From outside, off the mark. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Knocks it loose. Here's Harden. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Harden hits them both. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with southpaws.
Well, especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be